Good evening. My name is Carla Hartley. I'm the managing partner for Hartley Lamas, a family law firm in Ventura County, California. It is the evening of May 12th, a Tuesday, and I am giving you an update about what is happening with the COVID closures with our courts in Ventura County. So we were supposed to have our courts opening up tomorrow, and they are not. We received an order today, an order was published today, that basically closes the courts or continues the existing closures until June 9th. This is only in Ventura County. I'm encouraged because the closure continues to be a partial closure. We can still get our emergency orders. We, in fact, we acquired another restraining order with some custodial orders contained in it today from the court on an emergency basis. So that part of it's working, and we're not completely shut down as so many counties are. So our judges continue to be working, and we are continuing to represent our clients. We also see a little bit of a lightening up on the filing with this new order. So it's continuing the old orders. However, we can now file a few additional things. My take on these additional things that we can file is that the court is looking for a good assessment of what it's going to have to handle when we reopen and what has been resolved in its absence. So we can file three things that we could not file today. We can file tomorrow. One is stipulations and orders that have resolved matters that are at issue in our cases. I think we have several that we have got to file. We've been holding and waiting until the court has given us the go-ahead, so that's a good thing. We can also file requests to take matters off calendar. That, I think, is the clue that I'm really hinging this on. These two items, the stipulations and orders that are resolving issues and the request to take off calendar, that's going to tell the court pretty clearly what is coming off of the court's plate in regard to what they have to resolve, what they're going to handle when this all resolves. The third item is the wage assignments. I'm not real clear on the purpose of filing the wage assignments and picking that out of everything, but I am absolutely certain that the judges know what they're doing with this. And we do have some wage assignments and some modifications of wage assignments that we need to file and have been holding on to. So that's a good sign. I have heard through the Family Law Bar Association, as you know, I'm on the board of the Family Law Bar Association, so is my partner, Pat Lamas. Well, actually, both my partners, Pat Lamas and John Castellano. So they were at the last meeting of the board. I could not make it, and we got some information about some of the ways that the court is planning to reopen. And I understand that the supervising judge of the Family Law Department, Joanne Johnson, is planning to make this an organized reopening and to make sure that the needs are being met. And she's working to prioritize what has to be done first by statute. I think the statutes require that restraining orders and child custody matters come first, which is, I think, pretty indicative of where our court's priorities are, because that's what we've been able to do, that and a couple of other things, on an emergency basis throughout this entire saga. On the plans for reopening, yes, we're disappointed that we're not reopening tomorrow. But I am very encouraged that this is less than a 30-day continuance or extension. It's not a continuance, it's an extension of the closure. I'm very encouraged in that. I'm encouraged that the court is making plans to reopen. I am also extremely encouraged when I look at what other courts are doing. Yes, there are a couple of counties that have their courts open. Those are, for the most part, in much less populated areas of our state. I was amazed to find that a couple of counties have also done the exact opposite, and they have vacated all civil matters, which would include their family court matters, that are on calendar through 2021. So all of 2020, you can't get in on something in those counties until 2021. And they're doing that because they have such a backlog of criminal matters. those counties are much more populated than Ventura County. I think Ventura County has always historically been well run. It's a model judiciary and a model courthouse for much of the state, and I think we're seeing that in action. I think we can trust our judiciary to be working hard to make sure that when they reopen, they're doing so safely, protecting themselves and the people that work in the court, and protecting us. And in the meantime, they're making sure we have access to justice. So I think that's important. And as I said, I think it's encouraging. So that's what I have for you tonight. I hope this is helpful. I hope it gives you a bit of a heads up. If you have questions, go on the court's website and read the current order. Thank you and good night.